Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind. I mean, I'm recording this episode straight after the last one because you're getting 2 episodes of Morrowind this week. So, hello from the past to those of you watching this on Sunday. I'm still in Wednesday at the moment, as of first of recording this. So, hi from Wednesday. Anyway. So, previously, this won't be hard to remember because I literally just did it. We came here to Morrowind, where we discovered that there's a bunch of, like, quests and things to do, which makes a jolly nice change, to be honest. We originally came here because we're looking for some sort of cave or ruin or something nearby, I think. Because, yeah, like, Merin's Dagon sent us here, basically, on a Daedric quest. To kill a Daedroth or something, or whatever. Somebody's got Merin's razor, basically, and he wants it back. So we're here to do that, while we... basically just as something to do while we train this idiot. And we came here to Magmar, and we found... We went and saw the Buoyant Armigers, where we found a Master Swordsman guy, who we actually managed to get to train Julan up a few levels, which was pretty useful. Very... like, super useful as well, actually. It was relatively cheap, generally speaking, as well. Although I'm a bit out of pocket gold-wise now, which means I'm probably going to be going into that trader over there to sell a bunch of stuff. But the guy also apparently has a duel to do with the Red Guard in the Canal works, and he wants us to go and ask the Red Guard whether or not, what type of duel he wants. And since we're just, you know, we're poking around the place anyway, I decided to accept. And also, maybe he'll train you a bit cheaper if we do something for him, who knows. The reason we're training Julan, of course, is because I can't talk to Hasra Zain Subani for Caius Crusaders to progress the main quest until Julan's been trained up a bit more. Because of honor and other such bullshit. So it's all a big long chain of, I'm doing this so that I can do this, and I'm doing this so that I can do that, and doing that so I can do that, and so on and so forth. And that's what brings us to Morrowind. In addition, we encountered a Redoran guy down here somewhere wearing some funky-looking dwarven armor. There he is. He wants to set up an arena. One of his slaves has escaped, called Gil, an Argonian slave who's sworn vengeance on him to come back and kill him and whatever. And I kind of, you know, if we happen across Gil in one of the nearby caves and stuff, I might give him a pat on the back and wish him best of luck, because this guy seems like kind of a dickhead. However, he also has a slave. Well, he has many slaves, including that poor slave over there, who's asked me to try and get his key off him, so that she can be free, because she wants to make a copy of it, so that she can use it to unlock all the slave cages, which is how Gil escaped, incidentally, as it turns out. She told us that that's what she did, and that's how she freed Gil. So, yeah. It's all very convoluted, isn't it? And basically, because I don't like him very much, I'm thinking of trying to get this key off him so that we can free her and she can free the rest of them. Because, you know, Bathurst doesn't really do empathy very much, but slavery is not something he's cool with, mostly because he's spent a huge proportion of his own life being treated basically as a slave. So he's not down with that shit, and he's all for giving someone the opportunity for some vengeance. He's all about revenge, for sure. How do you even walk in that thing? Look at the boots, they're so big. Problem is, if I can't hit this guy's quarters and maybe find the second key there, which is what I've been looking for, I'm going to have to taunt him until he fights me and then kill him. Which is a little bit tragic, because it means that I will be effectively denying Gil his revenge by killing him, now that I think about it. Not that we really care that much. But it's still, it would be a little bit of a shame for Gil, wouldn't it, I guess? But it might be the only way to get the key off him, because I tried pickpocketing him, and our sneak skill is so rubbish, apparently, that we can't even see the key in his inventory when we try to pickpocket him. Which is quite annoying, so... yeah.
What was that?
So basically, that's the Armiger Stronghold. That's the trader over that way. Basically, yeah. That's what we're doing, folks. That's what we're doing today. First things first, though, I'm going to the trader to get some more money. I'm a bit skint. What? Oh, right, okay. Gotta go this way. Oh, books, I see. Chronicles of Nashulev. Huh.
I don't know.
I'm beginning to wonder if Nashulev was literally just completely full of books. And the only one we found in there was the last copy that hadn't been looted by people. Although it's more likely it's a reprint, but hey, you know. Greetings, Dark Elf. I'm a fancy trader man with a fancy trader shirt. Would you like to buy my shit, sir? Because I've got loads of it. I've got vampire dust. How much gold have you got? Oh, he's got 1,000. That's not too bad. Void salts. An emerald. Another emerald. Max. There we go. That's another 1,000 gold back in my pocket. So I'm more or less where I was to begin with. It's a shame you don't have more gold, though, sir. But whatever. Hang on a minute. Is there something I can trade you for, maybe? You got anything good? The answer is definitely looking like hell to the no. Although you do have an adamantium shield, I suppose, but... yeah. Well, I bought them there. Right, well, anyway, so moving on. Unless you got any good books. Sermon 1 of the 36 Lessons of Vivec. You know what? I don't think I've got that. I do not think I've got that. There you go. I just got a free book. Kind of. I just traded a bunch of rubies for it. Oh, apparently I have read it before because it didn't give me a skill upgrade. Never mind. Well, whatever. I've got it now. I can never remember which ones I've got, honestly. Maybe I should install one of those mods that lets you write in a book of your own so that I can do a list. Kind of like I used to do with Idris back in the day. Well, you know, ostensibly we're supposed to be doing with Idris back in the day, but I kind of gave up on that his whole book list idea very quickly because it became a bit of a chore to keep doing it. But I believe there is a mod that allows you to write in books for Morrowind. I remember using it years ago. So I want to murder you, mate, but I'm looking for a reason not to at the moment. I haven't found any kind of Redoran barracks yet. That's what I'm looking for. There's the Pilgrim's Rest, but I have a feeling that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's just a kind of inn, isn't it, really? Well, I know where we can sleep, at least. Oh, hello. Sorry, I just... wrong door. Current events? Let me tell you about current events. The Great Houses are always fighting with each other in the Great House Wars. Trouble between the Outlanders and the Dunman natives. Right, yeah, cool. How the hell's your background that you've got so many damn dialogue topics? Oh, you're a bard, right? That would explain it. Okay, well, you know what? It's been nice talking to you, but goodbye. Right. Well, we've got a place to sleep at least. Potentially, anyway. I hope they offer beds. That would be useful, after all. They do have a room spare, it seems, so... Right. Ooh, Daedric Ruin over there. I have to check that out. Okay, so, anyway. I'm sure there must be a top area to this. Over there. And more Dwemer ruins and all. Good heavens. And I'm reasonably confident we've not been to any of them. So, that's interesting. It's looking like we might end up spending quite a bit of time down here in the Mar region, which is not what I expected when we came down here, but hey. I like pottering around the Ashlands anyway. It's one of my favourite parts of Morrowind. As a player, I love being in this kind of region. Just mucking about. The Azura's Coast region and the Ashlands, like the Molag and Mur region, some of my favourite bits of the game, just because you don't often have a reason to come here. And so you tend to find a lot of interesting stuff. Another side quest we've seemed to have come across is one where there's a tribe of Ashlanders to the south or something that want to start a new tribe or whatever, which sounds fascinating. So, and we know Faeryn is kind of weirdly interested by the Ashlanders for whatever reason. He finds them quite fascinating. So, oh well, I think we found where they keep a lot of the slaves. Pleased to meet you. I'm Zababel. Is this your first visit to Malagmar? I don't think we've spoken before. No, I would have remembered your name if we had, because you sound like you sound like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. Zababel. You're a merchant, eh? I wonder what you sell. Wouldn't happen to be slaves, would it? Go free? There is no hope for us. Well, there might be some hope for the lady downstairs, at least, if I can find this key. Please tell me he has a copy somewhere. House Redoran. Oh, if they're going to be anywhere, it's this Redoran stronghold, right? Hello. Hakar the Candle. Barter and repair. He's got quite a bit of gold he has, actually. My god. I don't suppose... No, I didn't think so. Damn it. How can I help slake your thirst for knowledge? Combat arena. Yes, House Redoran is planning to build a combat arena in Malagmar. Tovus Verelnim. Yeah, what about him? He's a veteran, respected Redoran warrior. Tovus was sent here by Archmaster Bolvin Venim to build our new combat arena. He's usually down in the wasteworks this time of day. You must be some sort of savant, right? If you've got all these dialogue topics. I was thirsty for knowledge as long as I can remember. I could read as soon as I could talk, and most of my talk was asking questions. The more I learn, the more I realize there is still so much to know. Don't believe my thirst will ever be sated. Latest rumors? Servants of the Empire do not come to Malagmar very often. I try to talk to those who do, always trying to quench my thirst for knowledge. They are usually worried about what will happen when the current Emperor dies. They feel something bad, like a civil war may happen, and they are probably right. Oh, yeah. One would imagine. Indeed. One would imagine all sorts of terrible things will happen when the Emperor dies. Just probably not things anyone was expecting. Morrowind's economy used to be an agrarian aristocracy, mostly free farmers and herders and fishermen ruled by great houses and their noble councils. But since the imperial occupation, especially here on Vardenfell, the Dunmer are developing a mercantile economy on the model of the Empire, ruled by the Emperor, law, and legions, but driven by trading crafts and goods. Yeah, that's going to cause a lot of upheaval, I would imagine. Salvani Towers. The Sigic Order. Tovus, yeah, okay.
How can I be of service to you, Outlander?
I'm becoming increasingly unlikely we're going to find. Can you train Julan? Long blade and block. It would help if I knew exactly what the criteria were for getting you trained. Like, how many skills do I have to improve and to what level? What do you sell? Oh, you've only got 350 gold. Rubbish. Nevertheless, think you might? I can squeeze that out of you. No. What about that? What about that? There we go. I suppose you have anything interesting to say? Doesn't really look like... Oh, Tovus? Yeah. Looking for keys. 713. Oh, hello. No one will ever know. I'm not seeing any keys. Not seeing any keys. That is most unfortunate. Whoops, didn't mean to do that, but actually I probably should be restoring my magicka as we wander around here. Damn, well, never mind then. Looks like we're going to have to taunt the guy. Who the devil are you? No, you don't see high elves very often in Morrowind, do you? You're a hunter. Well, great. Who are you? Or a vampire hunter. Boring. Killed some vampires on my way here, actually. You're not doing a very good job if they were still alive. This is the temple. Of which I'm technically a member, although not a terribly devout one. Rotherloth. Yeah, you. You're the one that wants someone to do something with these Ashlanders. Yeah, the new tribe. They are a group of... Well, there are a group of Ashlanders at what was that name? Kaushtababi camp. They recently settled there after leaving their former tribe over some point of their Ashlander honor, important only to Ashlanders. But the land they are on belongs to the temple. I fear if this is not resolved soon, it may lead to bloodshed. Can I help? I thank you for your offer. Go speak with them and see if they can be convinced to leave. If they mean to stay, then try to find out what they expect. Ashlanders reserve the right to raid for booty and slaves. From what I understand. But if they... anyway, I don't know why that's funny. But if they try that here, I will have buoyant armor just wipe them out. Their camp is just south of Malagmar, but you'll have to go over or around the mountains. I suggest skirting the mountains on their west slope and then double back to the east. Alright. Anything to say about this Tovus fellow? No. What about the Nine Divines? Many foreigners worship the Nine as gods. They have divine power, like the Daedra, but they are not worthy of worship. Some are better than others, but none are trustworthy. Interesting. I'm just going to have a poke around, if you don't mind.
I could kill that guar. Those boots are ruined.
He's clearly having a bad day. Let's leave him alone. Is low ceiling never a problem? Actually, I guess it's not that low, is it? Sorry, I'm just casually walking in and looking around your quarters.
What do you want?
Right. He's an Ashlander? How unfortunate. Those misguided fools will never know the blessings of Elmsevi. I pity them, but perhaps there is hope of enlightenment. Save your pity for your doomed false god. Flah. Getting all Klingon on me here now, Julan. Barter A. Do you want some of this? And that? And these? Maybe one of those? Come on. Fine, whatever. I'll lose out on 8 whole coins. Yeah, gold's coming back up again. That's good. Right, so I should remember I've got all those Dwemer coins to sell as well still. Okay, who are you? You're a pilgrim, I assume. Some sort of pilgrim. Yeah. Cool. Right, well, anyway. So... You're not related. Are you related to the other chap over there by any chance? Nand.
What assistance do you need?
Hunter. Yeah, there must be brothers or something.
Citizen.
Citizen yourself. Right. Well, let's go down to the Canal Works. I am of half a mind to go and find this Geel fellow before I kill his old master in order to get this stupid key off him. I don't know where Geel is, though, exactly. Just probably hiding in a cave around nearby somewhere. Since he is apparently nearby. And you would be Cyrus, I assume. What do you want? Sora of the Bender Mark. The maverick sword of the crowns, called Cyrus in the tongue of the Septims. He was the hero of the rebellion on the island of Stros Makai in the Second Era, 864, along with his sister Izara. The rebellion crushed the imperial presence on the island, killed the tyrannical governor Amiel Richten, and led the way to a peace treaty more favourable to Hammerfell. Great. Obviously that's not you, though. Ormsdrath and here in Moagmar claims to have mastered the way of the sword. I know he never trained with the real masters in Hammerfell or Yokuda. And his claim is an insult to all true Redguard. I think he is a charlatan, stealing money from others by giving them inadequate training. I was told of him and came to Morrowind to challenge him to a duel and show all Moagmar in all Morrowind that he is a fraud. I've come from Ormsdrath. He wishes to accept your duel and asks if it is a duel of honour or a duel of insult. It could be a duel of insult, which is usually to the death, or a duel of honour, which is honour until honour is satisfied. Ormsdrath has insulted all Redguards, and especially all sword singers, by falsely claiming he is a master of the way of the sword, but I only seek to defend our honour. My defeating him in a duel and letting him live will be more of a lesson to Morrowind than him dead, so I will seek a duel of honour. Spirit Sword, also known as the Shehai Shen Shiru, or the Way of the Spirit Sword. The Shehai is an ancient form of magical combat practiced by we Redguards. The greatest among the Redguard sword singers, known as Ansei, or Saints of the Sword, alone can make a true spirit sword and use Shehai. Legend holds that there are still Ansu on the remnants of Yokuda that can use Shehai, but on Tamriel this knowledge has been lost for many centuries. That is why I consider Ormsdrath a fraud. Well, there you go. If you want a future Elder Scrolls game set in Hammerfell, you've got your gimmick for the game, haven't you? You can replace your dragon shouts with your sword magic bollocks. Still prefer a game set in Black Marsh, if you ask me, but hey. Anyway, all sword singers learn through their intense training and devotion to the gods of war and way of the sword the methods of discipline that allow the creation of the spirit sword. The sword singer forms the sword from pure thought by concentrating, and it forms right in their hand. This sword is truly a beautiful thing of pale but insubstantial light. Unfortunately, it is a symbol of the person's devotion to the gods of war and way of the sword only, not a real blade. But those Ansu of the highest level and sensitivity, and those with talent in magic, can at times transform a spirit sword, the Shehai, which was far, far more than light and air. The Shehai is an unstoppable weapon of great might, a blade that can never be taken from its creator without also taking their mind, and so on and so forth. As I said, sadly, knowledge of how to do this is considered long lost on Tamriel. Ormsdrath thus cannot create a true Shehai, as he claims he can, and is a charlatan. Faeryn Hunding, the great Redguard hero, who wrote his philosophy of the way of the sword in the Book of Circles. You're just telling me what I already know from the other guy, aren't you? Have you ever seen a lighted window flickering through the rain of a lonely land? Have you ever known that sudden rush of heart-glowing warmth of such a sight? There is no other such feeling. The weariness and the ache seem warranted and cheap at the price of that distant, promising window. I like it down here in the Canal Works. The constant sound of water reminds me of the oceans around Hammerfell, and there's rarely anyone else around, so I can practice uninterrupted. Okay. Cool, I guess.
So what do you want?
Go on, I'm curious. What's in the Underworks? There's always something good in the Underworks, right? Like Daedric Shrines, for instance, I can turn into bases. And apparently rats that want me dead. Sound like... Also, where the hell does that go over there? Ah, hello. Trapdoor to Molag Mar. Oh, look at that! Huh. Okay. I suppose this great leads anywhere, does it? No. Okay, well... something in that tunnel over there. Let's go check it out. It's a dead person, I think? Yep. A dead adventurer. Don't mind if I take those. Silver staff, shaming. Oh, okay. Hello. Yeah, you... I'm not going near you. Julan, don't go near the corpus thing. For fuck's sake, dude. It's a corpus monster, you lunatic. Oh, I shouldn't even touch its corpse, can I? Should I? Because in Morrowind you get diseases off corpses. I know I can't get corpus disease because main quest and shit. For those of you who are immediately typing furious in the comments, you can't get corpus disease. What are you doing? It's called role playing, you jackasses. But in Morrowind, when you interact with a corpse, it considers you as having touched it, which is why you can actually get blight diseases and common diseases off the corpses of diseased creatures. So really, I should not have touched that corpse. Oh, there's an angry slaughterfish down there. That's what wants us dead, I think. Possibly, I don't know. Another bit there, although I assume that just leads to a trapdoor to the outside like the other one. Alright, well, it's a bit boring down here anyway. Let's leave. You never know, though, do you, right? You know, you never know. There might be some sort of secret passageway in these places. And we probably smell a bit after being down there, but never mind. I'm going to keep asking around about Gil, so we can get more information on where he buggered off to. Gil. None of your business. Yeah. Maybe I should have told him I was going to go kill him. That way he would have told me where Gil is. Never mind. Oh, actually, why don't we just talk to you two? She might know where Gil is. I mean, she did set him free after all. The slave that escaped from my master, that's all I want to say. And considering she's at 84 disposition with us, I doubt she's going to say any more. However, I will give it a try anyway. Well, I would, but... Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't think she's going to give us any more information on Gil, no matter what her disposition is. You don't have anything to say about Gil. I imagine most people don't. Maybe those hunters, actually? I didn't bother to check. Excuse me. They might know where Gil is, actually. I don't know. Possibly the slave merchant. Otherwise, it's going to be a case of wander around looking in caves and stuff. Probably where he's going to be hiding. He won't have gone far, though, because that's what the guy said. Could be around here somewhere. Could be in that tomb over there. No, anywhere like that, really. Eel. No. Damn. Ooh, maybe the Redoran guys in the Redoran placement will know, actually. There's always a slim chance, I suppose. Hang on, Tovus. He's a Redoran warrior, has a number of slaves, unlike most Redoran on Vardenfell. Nothing wrong with that, of course. I sold them some of them myself. Yeah, the Redoran don't particularly like slavery all that much, from what I remember, do they? They're actually not that fond of it, unlike the other great houses. So Tovus is a bit of a weird one like that. What do you think of him? Look in the wasteworks. I don't think you like him very much, do you? What about you? Nothing about Geel, unfortunately. Mr. I Know Everything. Geel? Combat arena? Wave the sword. Really ask Golden himself, blah blah blah. So on and so forth. I wonder if... I should talk to the actual slaves, shouldn't I? Up there. I mean, to be honest with you, they probably don't know either, but it's worth a try. I tell you what, it's a slim chance, actually, but some of those Ashlanders at this Ashlander camp, wherever it is around here, might have seen him. Go free, twin lamps. Go free, twin lamps. Go free, twin lamps. You got a little bit more to say, but nothing useful. Oh well. Citizen yourself. St. Veloth's hostel. We haven't been in here yet, actually. Gordon Leren. Who are you? Not particularly useful. What about you? Also not terribly useful. What about you, Menlin? Not terribly useful. You could barter, although you've got flipping no gold whatsoever. Gior Mentronounce or something. I don't know. Will you just stop walking around and talk to me for 1 second, you stupid fucking Breton?
What's this then?
Bard Extraordinaire. I already want to stab you in the face. Care to listen to my take on Morrowind's people? I have friendly insults for every one of the major factions, you know, guaranteed to have you laughing or running for my life as usual. You have nothing useful to tell me, it seems. Therefore, you can go and back yourself, mate. Goodling the Rascal. Someone who also refuses to stop fucking walking around and talk to me. Hi there, Dark Elf. I'm Goodling the Rascal. Okay. Gior. Yes, the Breton Bard is staying here at the St. Veloth's hostel. After a while, his observations were a little thin. Tales grown tall. Well, let me tell you of my first hunting job. I grew up hunting in Skyrim, but this was the first time I was getting paid for it. Old man Frozolov hired me to kill a couple of bears that were getting at his chickens. I tracked them down from his farm and found them both. They turned and with fangs bared started rushing towards me. With death in their eyes. I got off a hurried arrow and only hit a large sharp-edged rock right between them. I was sure I was dying that day. What happened? The arrowhead split in two on the rock. One half hit one of the bears in the eye, killing it instantly. The other yelped and ran off, hitting a tree as it ran away. The branch of the tree had a large crack, and 6 wild birds perched on it. When the bear hit the tree, the crack opened up, swallowing the feet of the birds. A moment later, the crack snapped shut, trapping the birds. They were flapping their wings but couldn't escape. Now here's where it gets strange. How could it get any stranger? Well, I fell backwards after shooting my bow and landed in a stream on a bunch of fish. I got up and out and found I had 7 good-sized fish stuck in my clothes, and that's not all. When my arrow hit the rock, part of the rock shattered, and the sharp shards flew up and hit a pair of squirrels. They were killed, skinned, and field-dressed by the shards that came down, plop, plop. And that's not all. I haven't told you what happened to the other half of the arrow. I'll bite what happened to the other half. Well, don't get impatient. So I killed the 6 trapped wild birds, then I skinned the dead bear, field-dressed it, and used its hide to carry the bear meat. The 2 squirrels, the 6 wild birds, and the 7 fish. I took it all back to old man Frogiloff, or whatever, and told him here was enough meat for the winter. He just asked about the second bear, and so I told him it got away. He refused to pay me and instead fired me for not doing what I was hired for. Now you may ask about the other half of the arrow. Alright, what happened to the other half of the arrow? I'm glad you asked. A few days later, old man Frogiloff came to see me and apologized. The second bear had come back to get his chickens, and when he started to chase after it, the bear ran a short distance, then fell dead. When he skinned it, he found the other half of my arrowhead was stuck in the bear, and the running had jarred it enough that it finally pierced the bear's heart. He paid me everything he owed me, and that's a true story. Is it, really? Okay, right. I grew up in the Skyrim wilderness. I was hunting with my father from the time I could walk, and he was the best hunter I've ever known. My tail's grown tall in the telling, and nothing compared to his. Well, I left Skyrim too many years ago and have hunted animals in every land on Tamriel. I've even hunted Daedra a time or two when hired by some local lord. I left the killing to their troops, though. Right, sure. Okay, whatever. This hostel seems to be exclusively full of mad people and annoying people. Stennet. Pleased to meet you, Father Solomon. I'm Stennet. This is Malagmar. Who the fuck are you? You're a crusader, apparently. Did you hear about the pilgrims headed east of Lake Nabia, northwest of Mount Can? There's no place. That's no place for a party of pilgrims. Is that it? No mad story and annoying tales to tell? No? Okay, good. This place is full of weirdos. Okay, I'm not going in there, apparently. Right. Okay. So.
Oh, no weakness or fault.
It's getting kind of late. I suggest we go to the canal. Sorry, not the canal works. The waste works. Get a bed at the inn. Excuse me. And then tomorrow morning we'll go out exploring. No. How did I go that way? That's never the way. It's this one. Right.
Let's do some business, shall we?
Is this bed free then? No, it's owned. You're not going to give me a bed? I guess not. Well. Please tell me I don't have to go sleep in the loony bin. I might have to, you know. Blast and damn it all. I suppose maybe the temple if they've got beds. I'm a member of the temple after all. But that's also a... Well, it's just a different variety of loony bin, isn't it? Oh, and we've got an ash storm blowing in. Fantastic. I better not be here when I wake up in the morning. Otherwise, I'll be very, very annoyed. Because I'm not going out exploring in an ash storm. That's just not going to work. Right, you don't give beds, but you're a hostel, so one assumes if I just pretend I'm a pilgrim, I can sleep here, right? But you've got a spare bed. There's bunks in here. Alright, fine. Owned? Really?
What say you?
What I say is get out of my face, you ass!
She's right.
God. Can I sleep in one of these, maybe?
Want something? Now's the time to talk.
Guess not. Right, I'm off to the temple then. Ugh. Right. Excuse me. Right. You've got more than enough beds in here. Faction owned. Great. Excellent. Perfect. Well, I'm going to quick save anyway, because sometimes you're not the right rank or whatever, but... 12... Yeah, 13 hours. There we go. Okay, we got away with that. Nice. Alright. So... Still gonna be an ash storm, isn't there? Still gonna be an ash storm. I mean, it'll be there, but the question is, will it start dying out? Please start going away, please. Please. Okay. I guess we're going to be stuck here even longer.